Okay, so Kal Kadosh, we're going to start now. This is Siman Taf Ein Gimel. Okay, so we're going to start. It says over here as follows. Mozgin lo kos rishon u'mikadesh alav u'mvarech shechianu. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pour the cup. If you realize he does mention the Lashon Mozgin lo kos rishon, which means somebody else pours for him the first cup. U'mikadesh alav, and they're going to make the Kiddush. Umvarech shechianu, and he's going to make shechianu. V'imchal b'Shabbat, if he's going to follow on Shabbat, he's going to say vaychulu. If he falls on Motzei Shabbat, he's going to say yaknehaz, which is yain, kiddush, ner, avdalah, zman, right? But obviously it doesn't fall out this year. V'im shachach le'avdil, if a person forgot to do avdalah, and he didn't remember until he started the Agadah, he's going to finish Agadah until God he said, and then afterwards he does the avdalah. Again, we could skip that out as well. V'en litol yadav klal kodem, he shouldn't do any type of netilat yadayim before kiddush. Okay, however, if his hand is not clean, he told Me'at, he should wash them a little bit, but he shouldn't make a bracha on the netila. The balabait lo yimzog latzmo. However, the balabait should not pour himself wine. Somebody else should do it for him because it's going to be derech chirut. So let's see the Mishna Berurah. Mishna Berurah comes and he says as follows. Yeah, we're talking about mekadesh alav. So first of all, when it comes to do with the shechianu, yeah, it says in the Birkei Yosef, I'm adding this in from the Yishvat Tzliach, the Birkei Yosef brings down that when you're saying the Shechianu, it's not only Shechianu on the Zman and the Kiddush, but it's also on the Matzah, the Shechianu. So he says, but you don't have to, the Birkat Hashem says, you don't have to actually mamash bechaven for it, it's mimim anishtar. So basically, it's going to have that in mind as well. But that's what it is, okay? Now it says over here as follows, it says in Mishna Berurah, yeah, as follows. קודם שיקדש, יכוון שרוצה לקיים מצוות קידוש, וגם מצוות ד' כוסות, שכל של קידוש הוא האחד מארבע כוסות. So if you remember, we already learned this in Taf Ayin Bet, and that was the two different reasons why we said there are two different reasons why you had to do the Kiddush after nightfall. So here also the Mishna Berurah again is reiterating this and telling us that this cup of Kiddush serves as two purposes, right? What are the two purposes? Number one, it's a mitzvah of Kiddush, and number two, the kos of the Daled Kosot, one of the first cups of the four Kosot. Yesh noagin, some people have the minhag of saying, Areni muchal lekadesh ulkayem mitzvah Daled Kosot, that shetzrichim lizer shelo yemlu ze leachar Kiddush, right? She'areh birech al kos per gefen, right? Ela davka kodem Kiddush. You should say, if you're already going to do this, this l'shem yichud or whatever it is, Areni muchan, you should only do this before the Kiddush, not after the Kiddush, because you already made the Borei Peri Gefen on the Kiddush. Ela davka kodem Kiddush. The kodem Haggadah. So now he also says over here, before the Haggadah, he says what you're going to do is yechaven or yomar latzet yidei mitzvah tzipur yisrael mitzrayim. So you should either say it mefurash, right, or have the kavanah at least, but that's the mitzvah of the night, tzipur yitziat mitzrayim. So that's also very important. So here, this Sif, or this Sif Katan in the Mishna Berurah is all about kavanot, shara kavanot. Number one, when you have the cup, you have two kavanot, the kos of Kiddush plus the kos of the first cup of the four kosot. Number two, if you're saying l'shem yichud, do it before the Kiddush and not afterwards. Okay, but he said that you have to be careful to not say it afterwards because you already made the bracha on the Kiddush. So how are you going to say, Areni muchal lekadesh ulkayem mitzvot daled kosot? You already were mekayem, you already drank it. Okay, and then now another thing is when you're saying the Haggadah, before saying it, have in mind or say it mefurash, you're being yotzei chovah, the sipur yitziat mitzrayim. Okay, those are just three different halachot. Okay, next, mevarech shechianu. Okay, so it says over here, kodem hashtiyah. Before drinking, you make the bracha of shechianu. V'inom birech kodem hashtiyah. If a person forgot and didn't make the bracha before drinking, mevarech achar kach matai sheyiskor, right? B'yom aleph. You're going to make the bracha whenever it is on the first day. Va'afilu be'emtza hashuk. So it says over here, even if it's going to be in the middle of the marketplace, the azman a regel kai. Because he says the zman which is shechianu is going on the regel, on the shalosh regalim, on the yom tov. So here it brings down that the Chazon Avadiah says that if you didn't remember until after Asher Ga'alanu, you don't make any more Birkat Shechianu. However, though, the Rosh Yeshiva of Mazuzi argues and he says, no, even if you already said Asher Ga'alanu, you would still do that. That's also what's brought down in the Sefer Hashem. and also the order of Tzion. So it comes out, it's a huge machloki between Rav Ovadia. Interesting why Rav Ovadia says that. He says it's Hilchot Pesach. 1 second. Yes, it's interesting. Why according to Rav Ovadia, he's arguing on the Mishna Berurah, but everybody seems to go like the Mishna Berurah. Here it says it's Chazon Ovadia, Amud Kav Zayin. No, I don't have it here. There's a different book. Hallel and Sheva. No, I'm not sure exactly where does Rav Ovadia say this.
What is it, Rabbi? What is the question?
The question is that he's saying here, maybe it's in Kadesh. Let me see here. Basically, what it's saying over here is that according to Shitat Rav Ovadia, if you forgot to say Shechianu, you only have until the bracha Vasher Gialanu V'Galat Avotenu, which is basically until the end of Magid, in order to say it. If you didn't say it until the end of Magid, so then that's it. You don't, you lost out. However, though, according to Rav Ben Zion, according to the Mishna Berurah, and according to the Mishna Berurah of Ben Zion or of Mazuz, the Birkat Hashem, no, you have like the Mishna Berurah, which the Mishna Berurah says, here it is, found it. Okay, it's in the Chazon Ovadia, the Kav Zayin. So it says over here, Shochech Birkat Shechianu B'Leil Pesach, if you remembered before the Beracha V'Asher Ga'alanu at the end of the Gadah, you can make it then, but if not, you do not make it again. So meaning that you can't make Shechianu again. You lost out on your Shechianu. So here it says why. It says over here, Magen Avraham, if you forgot, you could say and even on the first night, you could say if you didn't do it on the first night, you could do it on the second night. And that's also the psak of the Mishna Berurah. So he wants to say, but that was only brought down by Sukkot. So he says by Pesach, maybe we're going to say that the second that you made the second bracha, Vasher Gialanu, right? So therefore, Maror, you already made the bracha on the Zman. So then that's it. So now you can't make any more of the Shechianu because you already Yotzei Chova on the Vasher Gialanu. That means according to Rav Ovadia, the second that you said the second bracha, Vasher Gialanu, V'Galat Avotenu, you were already Yotzei Chova the previous Shechianu. So therefore, you lost out on Shechianu. Okay, and then he wants to bring a proof to that. So that is the shita though of Rav Ovadia. All the other ones, he wants to say also Safed Berachol Lakel, and that's why Rav Ovadia passes to that. But again, everybody else they pass that you're allowed to say it as entire regel. So that's also an interesting machloket actually. Halakha l'maaseh. If a person forgot the Shechianu, hopefully you won't forget it. But okay, fine. Then it says V'im nizker belel bet. If you remembered on the second night after you do the Kiddush Hayom, you're going to exempt yourself on the Shechianu Shivarech Halakos after the Kiddush. If you forgot on the Shechianu on the second night, even if you already said it on the first night, you're still obligated to say it again during the days of the Chag, which is until the end of Yom Tov Acharon Shel Galuyot. So it comes out you're going to do it the entire time. So again, this is the Shita of the Mishna Berurah and the other poskim. Rav Ovadia argues. Okay? Fine. Next, Sif Katan Bet. If it falls out on Shabbat, the truth is I think we should skip this because it doesn't come out on Shabbat. We could skip also Sif Katan Gimel because it doesn't come out on Motzei Shabbat. What's Yashlim? No, also that's on Motzei Shabbat. So let's see Vav. Ven Litol Yadav. So it says over here in the Mishnah Berurah on the next page. Ven Litol Yadav. Mishnah Berurah. Even according to the minhag that they do, some people do netilat yadayim before the Suda. There's a yekes that they do that. So according to them, the kiddush is not considered a hefsek between netilat yadayim and the Suda, since it's considered necessity of the Suda. He says, nevertheless, on the night of Pesach, they don't do it because it's too big of a hefsek between the kiddush and actual agadah and everything else. So therefore, that means the yekes themselves will become like everybody else. Okay, that they're not going to do netilat yadayim before the Suda.
Sorry, Rabbi, where are you reading?
Mishna Berurah.
No, which one?
Vav. I apologize. I skipped out Mishna Berurah Bet, Gimel, Daled, and Hey, because all of those were to do with what happens if Pesach comes out on Friday night or if it comes out Motzei Shabbat. Since it didn't come out this year like that, I just thought it was more appropriate. We just skip it out.
Okay.
And we continue. So I just did Sifkat and Vav. That basically Vav was basically for Yekes as well. It wasn't really for us. Basically, anybody that's going to have the Yekes that they do Netilat Yadayim before the Seudah, and then they come to the Seudah, so therefore they're not going to do that on the night of Pesach because there's too much of a set. Okay? Fine. Next, Yitol Me'at. So you're going to just wash your hands a little bit if the hands are dirty. Katav Me'at kedei lechush ta'am shaviyeh darkei Moshe. It's only going to do a little bit of washing your hands in order to suspect for the darkei Moshe. De'en li'itol yadayim kodem kiddush. The mitzvah shesoveh shekiddush tzarich netilah. Ve'al ken lo yitol netilah gemuna. That means even if your hands are dirty, don't mamash wash your hands. Then it looks like you need netilat yadayim for doing kiddush, and you don't need it. So you just wash your hands a little bit to make them clean, but not mamash netilat yadayim gemura. Okay, then it says aval en levarech. You don't make a bracha on this netilat yadayim. So even if you are going to do a netilat gemura, be very careful not to make a bracha on netilat yadayim on this, right? Because it's not for netilat yadayim, it's not for achila. So it's a bracha levatala. So you have to be careful on that. And it says other people should pour you, if it's possible that other people are going to pour you, so then other people should pour you the cup of wine. Okay, so until here we're clear. Anybody else? You have anything to add there, Yitzhak, in the dirshu? No? Okay, fine. Here, when we're going to start on the Kaddish, okay, fine. Next. Seed pet. Shote be'seba, you have to drink be'seba, ve'eno mevarech acharav. So you're going to drink be'seba, and you're not going to make a bracha afterwards. Okay, so let's see the Mishna Berurah. Mishna Berurah says, Bet shote be'seba, v'im shachach ve'lo esev. If you forgot and you do not do it, look in Siman Tafayim Bet Siv Zayin and the Mishna Berurah there. Remember that according to the Mishna Berurah, that was the balagan of the Magen Avraham to do it after the first cup. Or after the second cup, but again, according to Sfaradim, you always have to do a seba again. Okay? Ve'eno mevarech acharav. You're not going to make a bracha afterwards. So it says ala gefen. You're not going to make bracha acharona. Afilu shatar revi'it. Even if you drank a revi'it. Okay? Why? Tesomech al ma shebirech. You're going to be somech on that which you made a bracha because of azul of asof. Ve'od, and furthermore, that yivarech bracha acharona l'sof dalek kosot. You're going to make a bracha acharona after the end of the Dalet Kosot. So here it says that even though that until you make the bracha acharona, it's going to pass the Zman HaYikul, it's still going to be okay because you're not Masiach Dat from the Shtiyah. So it's like one long drinking. That's what the Birkat Hashem says. So this was to answer, you remember I brought you down Rav Rubin. I don't remember if it was last night or the night before. So this is to answer that even though when you're going to make a bracha acharona, your bracha acharona is after the fourth cup. That's already 4 hours later. You understand? Imagine. You could start at 8:15, if I'm not mistaken. 8:15 is nighttime. Okay? Chatzot is 1:21. So even if you have to finish the Hallel also before Chatzot, which we're going to speak about, not only the Afikoman, but let's say even if you're going to finish the Hallel before the Chatzot, still, from 8 o'clock until 1 in the morning, you're talking about a good 4 hours over there. Still, says the Birkat Hashem, there is no problem in that bracha charona later on, because since you're always drinking of the four kosot, basically, it's like one long drinking, and it's not going to be considered a set. So that's also very, very important. Okay? Seif Gimel. Im yirtze lishtot kama kosot, hareshut biyado. Says if a person wants to drink a few cups, you're allowed to. But between the first and second one, don't drink unless it's mamash a necessity. In order that you're not going to get drunk. And then you're going to stop from doing the seder and the Haggadah. So let's see what it says over here. It says over here, number 3 in the footnote, ומטעם זה, ראוי גם כן שלא לשתות יין כל צורכו בתוך הסעודה, also don't drink in the middle of the סעודה, the same thing. In order that you're not going to be משתכר and you're not going to eat tafikoman and say ברכת המזון and hallel, right? Or that you won't be able to drink the last 2 cups till bedochak. So basically, the night of Pesach is only the night of drinking the wine when you really need to. Don't start adding on, the conditons or all these things, right? We shouldn't be adding extra things. Okay? Okay, fine. Next, Mishna Berurah. Mishna Berurah Yud Bet. Okay, Kama Kosot. We're talking about you're drinking a whole bunch of cups. So it says over here, Ben Sheshoteh Ben Aleph Lebet, whether you're drinking between the first cup and the second cup or after the second cup, and all the more so, Betoch Achila in the middle of the meal. But however, though, between the third and the fourth cup, it's a sur to drink. Right? Why is it a sur to drink between the gimel and the third and fourth cup? Anybody?
What's the question again, Rabino?
The question is, why is it prohibited to drink between the third and the fourth cup?
Between the third and the fourth cup?
Yes. So there, the Mishna Berurah says, maybe you're going to get drunk and you're going to fall asleep and you're not going to finish the Hallel, or but it looks like you're adding on to the cups. And the Chachamim say that lav davka, it's going to be wine, any type of wine, any type of liquid which is going to intoxicate is going to be a problem. So there's a few different reasons over there. But basically, you're not allowed. So for sure, between the third and fourth cup, you're not supposed to drink wine. Okay? Now, however, though, in the middle of the meal, we just said that at a Shubiyado, you're allowed to. Lefima shekatav Rav Lekaman, according to that which the Ramah wrote down later on in Siman Tafayin Daled.
It was after the second cup you can drink.
Yes, after the second cup you could drink, and even during the meal.
Yeah.
Remember, after the second cup, you're in the middle of the meal. You're allowed to drink also.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here, yeah. So here now we're saying though that a person should be careful not to drink even during the meal, and the reason why is because you have this problem over here, which is basically the problem of that at the end of the day you might not finish the Agadar and other things as well. So here it says the Ramah later on though says in Tafayin Daled Baga that our minhag is to make a bracha rishona al kol kos v'kos. So that is actually the Ashkenazi minhag, if you remember. The Ashkenazi minhag, we're going to learn it later on in Siman Tafayin Daled. Ashkenazi minhag is to say borei pri gefen on every cup of the seder. Okay, Sfaradim don't do that. That's a minhag Ashkenazi. Okay, yeah? It says, Hadze mutal lishtot ben hakosot. So now if you're going to tell me that you're permitted to drink between the cups, that's only if you had it in mind. Meaning, if according to the Ashkenazim, you're going to have to make a bracha on every single cup, so it comes out that only if you had in mind on the borei pri gefen, now I'm going to drink extra, then you're going to be able to. But if not, then it's a problem. Or you put some brackets if the wine was in front of you. But then mimela, it became patur. It was niftar, as long as you didn't think behedya not to drink it. Okay? He says, why not? Because if you didn't want to drink between the cups, and then afterwards you decided to drink, you're going to have to make a bracha on them. And this is going to be a sur, because it looks like you're adding on to the cups, but you're making a bracha on every single one, and on the other one, so therefore it's going to become prohibited. Then we said it's fitting to be careful. So that's what the Maran said. Maran said the words over here, so you shouldn't be drinking. So it says, Ra'ui li zaher, says the Mishna Berurah, v'chen minagenu, and that's also our minhag, to be very careful not to drink between the first and second one. So it says, Lachush le'yesh mi she'omer, that is brought down in the Bet Yosef, that which we permitted the drinking between the cups is between the second and third one, because then that's already in your meal, right? Or inside of your meal, because then you're not going to be mishtaker, however, though, not between the first and second one, because if not, then you might actually become drunk. Remember, between the first and the second cups, you still don't eat. So you're still drinking on an empty stomach, right? It's much more dangerous. So it says, Kedesh l'ishtaker, mashma davki yain, but it's only going to be wine or any other drink, which is k'ayagavna, like which is mishtakrim, which is intoxicate. However, any other type of a drink, you're allowed to drink between the kosot. So it comes out that if somebody wanted, according to this Mishna Berurah, if somebody wants to drink water, yeah, in between the cups, they're allowed to. There's no isur. Yeah, here it says in mefurash. Here it says, mashke she'en mishtaker mimenu lishtot ben hakosot is mutar. You're allowed to. So there's no problem whatsoever. Okay? Clear until here?
Yes, Rabbi.
Thank you. Okay, סעיף ד' מבין לפני בעל הבית קערה שיש בה 3 מצות ומרור וחרוסת וחרפס או ירק אחר וחומץ או ממלח. This is actually very interesting, because here it's mashma that the chometz or memelach is actually in the ke'ara. If you remember, when we were learning the halachot of the ke'ara, and I actually just sent out Lina that today, or hopefully within the next day or two, you're going to be receiving the Pesach guide. In the Pesach guide, you have all the different things of the ke'ara. So if you look in the ke'ara,
now then you're mentioning the Pesach guide. You're going to do the thing of the sale of the Hametz and everything, or no?
I sent it out already, this little chametz.
You send it out?
Yeah, I sent it out.
When?
It came out probably, I think it was yesterday.
By mail you send it, or by email?
By email.
Okay, Rabbi.
By email. Everyone check their spam, but it should be by email. You should have gotten the Smechirat Chametz, the medications and all the different types of things, what you're allowed to buy, not allowed to buy, whether it doesn't have an OUP and things like that. And then today I sent out, but it will probably be out an email probably by tomorrow, is the actual guide that explaining you the different halachot and everything, what you're supposed to do. So there, if you look in the Ke'ara, according to the Arizal, the Mem Melach, which is basically the salt water, is not in your Ke'ara. Yeah? So that's what it says over here, right? The Rama adds in Chometz o Memelach. Yeah? So basically that's this Rama. That means these words of the Rama, the Chometz o Memelach, means that according to the Rama, you're going to have the salt water, the vinegar, in the Ke'ara. We don't have it in the Ke'ara. If you look in our Ke'ara, we do not have salt water or the vinegar in the Ke'ara. Okay? And the Kaf HaChaim actually brings it down. The Kaf HaChaim in Sif Katan Numchet says, שאין להניח במלח כלל על הקערה, כי אין להוסיף במה שכתב אריזה לקדוש. So because of that also, you shouldn't put the kosot yain also on the ke'ara. But again, it's minhag Rama. So these words, right, v'chometz or memelach, is only according to Shitat Rama. We don't hold of it. Actually, I have it here as well. Okay, fine. Fine. So now it says here like this. So it says, we bring in front of the balabait the ke'ara, that it has 3 matzot, the maror, okay, the charoset, the karpas, or any other type of a yerek, ushne tavshilin, in two dishes. One zecher lepesach, ve'echad lezecher, and one of them is going to be zecher to the chagiga. So the minhag is to put meat or the bone. We get usually the shank bone. We get a bone and the beitza. So the beitza is zecher lechagiga, and the meat is zecher lekorban pesach. Again, remember it's a zecher. Right? Always zecher, not the actual Korban Pesach. Be very careful about that. We'll speak about it in the middle of the Haggadah, pointing to the Korban Pesach. Says the Rama, v'yisader ha'ke'ara lefanav b'inyan she'en tzarich la'avor lamitzvah. So according to Shitat Rama, how do you do the ke'ara? So according to Shitat Rama, the ke'ara is going to be done in a way that you have that you're going to have, that you're not going to be over al mitzvot at all. So how? On the top, you're going to have the karpas. Okay, the chometz, which is again the vinegar, is going to be right beside it. Okay, then you're going to have the matzot, and then mina maror v'charoset. And then he comes and he says, so basically, let me just check. I don't remember if I actually have it here. So let me check quickly. Okay, so I'm just opening it up because I don't remember if I only put the Arizal one or I even put the Rama one. Let me just check quickly. Okay, fine. So basically like this, I only put the picture of the Arizal one. Okay, so basically I only put the Arizal. If you want, I'll just share with you this very quickly, just that way you could see it. But basically, here it is, new share. Here it is. So basically, this is the one. It says there are two opinions as to the order of placing the symbols on top of the seder plate. Our minhag is according to the Rizal HaKadosh. The seder plate is placed before the head of the household. The matzot, right? 3 matzot are placed in the 3 compartments of the seder plate or the seder plate cloth. The top matzah is a Kohen Levi in Israel. Okay, then we're going to place the shank bone. Okay, which that's the zroa. That's right over here. Okay, if you see it on the right side. Then you're going to have on the left side the beitzah. So this was the zecher lekorban Pesach. This is the zecher lekorban chagiga. Then you're going to have the maror in the middle and the charoset, which technically speaking, right? Sorry, the chazeret, which the maror and chazeret is technically the same thing. Okay, and then you have the charoset on this side and the karpas on this side. So you see the main melach, which is the vinegar, is not even there at all. And that's what it says here. Salt water and vinegar is placed on the table. Okay, so all these items should remain on the seder plate during the entire seder. So this is again according to the Arizal HaKadosh. Okay? Sorry, I'm just going back. I'm now going to share the screen again, share the screen of this one. Okay, so we don't have the Shitat Rama, but it would be nice to actually show it to everybody. But basically, according to Shitat Rama, on the top right, you're having the karpas. Okay, because again, you don't want to be over on any of the mitzvot. You don't want to pass over any of the mitzvot. So then it says, "Ve'abasar nagu sheyeh zroa." The basar we have the minhag of doing a zroa, which is the shank bone. Right? Ve'nagu shebasar yetzliin al gechalim. It should be roasted on the gechalim. The beitzah should be mevushelet. Should be cooked. It's not a raw egg. It's a cooked egg. The word in tzluya, the same halacha would apply to a roasted egg. Okay, so let's go back to the Mishna Berurah. This is a big one. Okay, so let me just make sure that there's nothing here. Okay, when it says the beitzah shetiyeh mevushelet, it says here that maran is that the egg should be 100% cooked, not roasted, not like the Ramah. So that's what the it's brought down here in the Ish Matzliach. Okay, next, let's see what else is here. Okay, let's start reading Mishna Berurah. We're going to bring in front of the balabait. Aval lifnei shar bnei bait beto en tzarich laniach et seder hazeh ela kulan notlin mishel balabait. Right, but everyone's going to take from the balabait. זה אפילו במקומות שיש שולחן קטן לפני כל אחד ואחד, וכל שכן במקומנו שכולנו יושבים על שולחן אחד. So by the way, here, I remember that, I think if I remember correctly, Yitzchak, you're going to have to remind me, but what I remember correctly is that Rabbi Benaim wanted to bring a chidush, and then he said that he found it in one of the Rishonim, that every single person had to have his own seder plate. Do you remember that?
That's for the mitzvah of doing motzi matzah, that you eat 2 kazatim. If not, you don't have that.
Because it's not that you don't have it, right? But here we're saying mefurash that the Mishna Berurah is saying that it's only going to be in front of the balabait. Yeah? אלא כולה נוטלים משל balabait. וזה אפילו במקומות שיש שולחן קטן לפני כל אחד ואחד, וכל שכן במקומנו שכולן יושבים על שולחן אחד. So all the more so. So basically, we only have one seder plate. Okay, that's very, very clear. Whether it is in the Mishna Berurah, here nobody argues as well. Okay? Fine. שיש בה 3 מצות. We're talking about 3 מצות. 2 בשביל לחם משנה. So you need 2 because of the לחם משנה, right? Just like any other Yom Tov. And 1 in order to do the לבצע ל2, to do לפיקומן. To do לקיים מצוות אכילה מצה בלחם עוני, זה הרחמנה, ומה דרכה שני פלוסה וחצי השני בשביל הפיקומן. So basically, one more time. You have 3 מצות. Okay?
Sakito, can you mute it?
Let me just check here. Okay, so basically what happened is that here we're having 3 matzot. So you have to remember that the 3 matzot, why are you doing the 3 matzot? So we brought down Kohen, Levi, Israel, very, very nice, but it's a little bit deeper than that. We need the 3 matzot, but you need 2 matzot for lechem mishneh. Okay, that's like any other Yom Tov. But then you need the 3rd matzah to break. Now that breaking of the matzah, you're not going to use it for lechem mishneh, it's a broken matzah. Half of it you use for lechem oni, and half of it you use for the fikomen. You broke it in yachatz, Half of it, the bigger half, you're going to use for the fikumen. Smaller half, you use it for lechemoni. And then there's going to be the machloket, and that's what we just spoke about a second ago. Which matzah do you have to eat? Do you have to eat the full matzah or the matzah of the lechemoni? So because of that machloket, we don't know which one you're going to eat. You have to eat the kazait of each one. Okay, and that's why I guess Rabbi Menachem was saying that you should have each one in front of them, but if not, it's true. Only the balabait has to eat those two kazetim. Okay, but he's the balabait. Now what happens, that's the shita of anyway of the Orletzion. The Orletzion holds only the balabait is obligated to eat the two kazetim for motzi matzah, one for the motzi, one for the matzah. So what do? You're going to have 3 matzot. Yeah? By the way, Amram, this is the people already filled it out and they sent it to me already. Yeah, I've got 3 of them already. Okay, so basically like this. This is the sale of the chametz. Okay, so I've got the sale of the chametz in front of me. Pretend that they're matzot. 3 matzot. So I've got 3 matzot in front of me.
You want it in paper or you want it just by email?
No. You could email it to me. I printed it out. They sent it to me by email. I printed it out. Yeah, remember, we're all in solitary confinement here.
Scan it and send it back, no?
Exactly. Yeah, we're all in solitary confinement here. Nobody's allowed to come close to anybody. Yeah, okay, look.
Rabino, at which email should I send it?
Okay, it doesn't matter. Afterwards, we'll speak. Okay, look, very quickly.
Right.
I've got 3 matzot. Okay, 3 matzot right here, 3 matzot. So what happens? I've got 1, 2, and 3. What happens is we always take the middle matzah, and the middle matzah, I'm breaking it into 2. So imagine right now I'm going to come, tear it into 2, the bigger half for the fecal man, the smaller half I have here. So now what happens is I have the top one, the middle one is a half, and the bottom one. So now when I'm doing a hamotzi, when I'm going to need lechem mishneh, remember it's a regular yom tov. Regular yom tov, you need lechem mishneh. So I take all 3 of them. The top one, the middle one, and the bottom one. The bottom one is only because of lechem mishneh. When I finish hamotzi lechem minaret, I drop the bottom one. Why? I finished hamotzi. Hamotzi was done on lechem mishneh. The only thing now that I have in my hand is the top one and the broken one. Now I make the bracha v'al achilat matzah, and when I make the bracha v'al achilat matzah, now I'm going to break and I'm going to eat from the 2 matzot. Again, if I'm the balabait, I should eat a kazait from both of the matzot. If not, then we'll speak about that soon. Okay, but that's just showing you. So here it says, Shnayim, 2 of the matzot I need because lechem mishneh, just like any other yom tov. One of them, in order to break it into 2, half of it in order to do mitzvah al achilat matzah, the lechem oni kariyad achmana, that it's considered lechem oni, a poor man's bread. So a poor man's bread, right, which means that a poor man, he doesn't have a full loaf of bread. He only has the pieces. He doesn't have a full loaf. The chetzia sheni in the second half is for the fikuman, as we're going to explain in Tzivav. Okay, next, charoset. What do you need the charoset for? You need the charoset in order to do tevilah of the maror. Okay, this is brought down in Siman Taf Ayin Hey. I will mention, right, that the Mishna Berurah, Shulchan Aruch, and everywhere else, it's all mashma that you're doing tibul in the maror. Our minhag is usually not to do the tibul, just that way you should know. Which means, what is tibul? I'm using it as a dip, which means that you dip it into the charoset. Again, what I remember from seeing by all the people around me was nobody actually does a dip. People take the maror, as a charoset, and they put it on the maror, right? Whether it's going to be for the sandwich or for the other thing. You know, anybody seen something different in their houses? No? Everybody the same?
No, it's inside. Inside.
Inside, exactly. Meaning that it's not going to be that you're doing a dip. It's the mamash, you're putting it inside the maror, right? You're putting the charoset inside and then you eat it, right? Here, we're going to see it time and time again that the Mishna Berurah or Shulchan Aruch is keep on going to use the word litvol, right? Again, it's you're doing like mamash, litvol, you understand?
No, but I think that for the sandwich, we do the spreading. For the actual maror, I do think we dip, because I remember that you would put the maror with the salt water and you dip it.
No, you're talking about karpas. Karpas is the the salt water.
The salt water, they would mix vinegar with charoset. That is what we do. We mix charoset with vinegar, I think, and we dip it. Eh o no, papa? When we do the spreading, it's in the sandwich, Ari. Because I have a
now
picture
I'm
of
looking
my
at your
mother.
face.
I have a picture of my mother as she's passing the thing, and she dips. She goes like this, and she dips it, and she gives it.
One second, but you're putting salt. You're putting like the vinegar or the salt water also on the maror.
There's vinegar
No,
with
it's in el
maror.
apio.
Yeah.
It's in el
No, it's
apio.
not vinegar. It's
It's in el
no, no,
apio.
no, no. We actually no. One second, Amram. What we do is we do mix the haroset for the first maror.
For the
We mix
maror
it with vinegar.
with vinegar.
But that's a dip though, meaning you're dipping it into
That's
the
a dip.
charoset, in the charoset, and you're dipping it into the maror.
I don't
Into
remember if
the-
it was a dip or we actually put it in there.
No, it's a dip. I remember specifically Mama dipping, and then she passes it to us. Hey, no, Baba.
One second, let me unmute him because he probably doesn't know. I just unmuted him. Señor Moisés,
Sí,
¿cómo era el maror?
el maror es
El haroset, ¿cómo lo hacíamos?
caroce en vinagre y eso.
Pero ¿cómo? ¿No? ¿Se mezcla adentro o se unta, verdad?
Se unta.
Interesting. Okay, so that's the first. Very nice. So okay, so then that would make sense. So that's kedel litzbol. Because for us,
It's funny because
yeah.
it's funny because last year we actually spent it with a cousin of my father, and we hadn't seen. I mean, we haven't spent Pesach with him, I think, since we were in Morocco. And he actually prepared the haroset the same way. He put it with vinegar and everything, and then he actually dipped it.
Yeah, we all dip it. We dip it. I remember, I have a picture of my mother dipping it.
Okay, so very nice. I've never seen the dip, and I've never seen the salt water either. So that's okay. So it's a nice.
Yo creo que mi papá también lo hacía.
See?
Sí, yo creo que también lo hacía mi padre.
Esa es la,
Okay.
costumbre del norte de Marruecos.
Okay, very
Sí.
good.
Venga,
Ronnie,
everybody
I
doing
see
it
your
now.
smile. I see your smile, Ronnie, but I don't know if that means you also.
No, I'm smiling
No.
because somebody's being sacrificed in the background. I'm not sure who, but somebody's being slaughtered in the background.
Ronnie, lo que pasa es que he's not sure if he does the Melilla one, if he does the Tangier one. He's just confused.
Okay.
Ronnie's not a problem. Ronnie does whatever his mother-in-law does.
Okay, fine.
Let me speak to my ignorance.
De todas partes.
Yo estoy totally clueless. It will be my first seder. Yo no sé si matada arriba, matada abajo. This is, I'm trying to listen to every word. Huh?
Okay, very good. Fine.
Este año va a aprender.
Okay, very good. So fine, let's continue, boys. Yeah, so it goes like this, gentlemen. So it says here like this. So so according to the way that you guys are doing it, it makes sense because it says there "Kedel litbolbo et hamaror," which we're going to learn later on. But for us, we always had that question because we always used to say, "What is litbolbo?" It's not litbolbo, but even though, if I remember correctly, it will still use the exact same lashon for the sandwich. So then, even according to that, it will be a question on you guys as well. But again, this is just what I've seen. I've seen that whether it was in Toronto or in Gibraltar and other places as well.
But what about Tito Mommy? What does he do?
You see? See, Tito Mommy, I think always did it the same way that we do it. That's what I remember. But I could ask Rabbi Saego. I could ask him what exactly meaning was there the tibul like that or not. I mean, we could look up in Acharonim to see what exactly happened. Okay.
Yeah, find out also if they would mix with vinegar the haroset.
With vinegar. Okay, so you know what? Do me a favor then. Right afterwards, just remind me, and I'm gonna send him a voice note to ask him if there
Yeah,
was.
let's see if that's something that it's I don't know, whatever, Tangier or maybe even further out.
No, but it would also be interesting to know why. Also, you understand?
Right, Tetuan,
Why?
yeah.
You understand? Okay.
That's one probably, yeah.
Next, Karpas. Karpas הוא מין ירק שקוראים אותו קרפס, ובחרו לכתחילה במין זה שהוא נוטריקון סמך פרח. So this I also have in the Pesach guide, that the reason why we have karpas is because karp and then samech, karpas. Samech, parech. Kelomar, samech is shishim, so shishim ribo, which is 600,000 people, avdu avodah parech. So the reason why we chose karpas, which we have the minhag of using celery, Ashkenazim, I don't remember if they use potato or carrots, I don't remember what Ashkenazim use here. Let me just check here.
Potato.
Karpas, potato. Okay, potato. Some people use petrozelia. Some people use. Interesting. Rashi says it's apia. Yeah, which is apio. Yeah, that's a shibboleh leket. Apio. Let me see, is there anybody else? Bet Yosef, Maril says it's Ulshin. There's different things of, but that's what we use. We use, they'll use, the potato, whatever it is, we're using the celery. Okay, so now the reason why, though, it's called karpas, according to everybody, though, is because of samech parech, right? So that's very important, okay? Because of the shishim ribo that they were working avodah parech. Okay, so that's important. There's another, let me just check here. There was another reason, karpas. There's another few reasons brought down here as well. One of them is that we take the yerek hanikra karpas. It says over here, Abudaham, because of Shishim Ribo, that's Abudaham also. But then there's another one in Samech Parech, it says it's a remez lavodat parech of Israel v'samechu minatva savlut, sabal, like a sabalut. Other people say other reasons as well. Fine. Okay, next. This is the one that I was looking for. Sorry, now I found it. Zecher lektonet pasim. It says it's to remember the ketonet pasim that Yaakov Avinu did to Yosef, and because of that we went down to Mitzrayim. So that's what it is, karpas. The Ben Ish Chai actually says that tibula karpas v'chometz is zecher lekoshi hashivud. It's to remember the subjugation of the shivud that was because of Mechidat Yosef, and that since they dipped the ketonet pasim in the blood and then they sold him, so therefore that's why it says that's hinted in the karpas, because that's the otiot kar is the sof is mecher machar, you sold him, and the otiot pas is the pasim. So that's also a very, very beautiful one. That was the one that I was looking for. Okay, so because of that, that's why
Who says
also
that?
we take.
Who says that?
This is the Ben Ish Chai. The Ben Ish Chai Shana Aleph, Parashat Tzav, Sif Lamed Bet. Okay, and it's also the Orchot Chaim also. So basically, that's two different. But that's a beautiful explanation. It's Mevusas on the Gemara, because the Gemara is the one that says that because of Yosef, we were sold to, we went down to Mitzrayim because of the Ketor Pasim. That's the Gemara that we just did in, or it's in Megillat, Tzayin Mubet. Okay, so that's because of that. Fine. Okay, next. Oh, wow. There's a third reason also brought down, but this is already another interesting one. It says that because of the karpas, we were cured of our avodat parech. So I guess, I don't know, Ronnie, you're going to have to tell me if celery has healing powers, or maybe the potatoes do. I don't know, but that's what it says here. שבעשב זה נתרפאו אבותינו במצרים מפצעיהם, right? מפצעיהם מעבודת הפרך. Okay, so there's different reasons. Next, okay, ירק אחר. So it says, or another vegetable. That means if you don't have the celery, you can use another vegetable. מאיזה מין שהוא, whichever one you want, but לכתחילה it's better to take from the mean which we make a bracha on it, שמברכים על המרור, the same bracha. That means, what is the bracha of the maror? האדמה. Now why? כדי שיפתור בזה maror. So this is another important one, Ronnie, for you, yeah? When you're making the bracha of hadama on the karpas, we purposely take a vegetable that is also hadama for the maror. So since the romaine lettuce is also hadama, I'm having in mind, when I'm making on my celery borepri hadama, I'm having in mind also the maror. Okay? שיפתור בזה maror, שאוכל בתוך זודה. אבל לא ייקח לזה אחד מחמש מיני maror, but don't take one of the 5 species of maror, כי אחר שמילא כרסו ממרור, איך יברך אחר כך על אכילה maror. So basically like this, we are supposed to make adama. If you're going to take the romaine lettuce, and you're going to make adama now on the romaine lettuce, you have a problem now. Why? Right? Or one of the other 5 species that you could use for maror. Because then, if you already ate maror, how later on are you going to make the bracha ala achilat maror? When you eat the maror later on, you make a bracha ala achilat maror. So you already had the adama on the karpas. So if you're going to now say, listen, I don't have the karpas, I don't have any celery, they're out of stock. So what am I going to take? Okay, if the romaine lettuce is maror, I could use the endivias, the endives, I could use the horseradish, whatever it is, Ashkenazim use. So now what? I'm going to use all those things. If I'm going to use that, I was already sechova maror ki'ilu. Meaning that if I already filled up myself for maror, how am I now going to come and make the bracha l'achila maror? So therefore, you have to take something which is a hadama in order to exempt it. Okay? Clear?
No, I didn't understand that.
One more time. We basically said like this. You right now, you're going to take karpas. Now remember, karpas is still before amotzi. So since karpas is still before amotzi, you have to make hadama on the karpas. It's like brachot on the night of Yom Tov or brachot on the night of Shabbat. You have to make a bracha. So says the Mishna Berurah, whatever vegetable you're going to take, make sure you take a vegetable that has the same beracha as the maror. Maror, whichever one you take, whether it's going to be endivias, endives, romaine lettuce, or whatever it is, it's always going to be hadamah, right? Whether usually the main ones that we use is romaine lettuce or the endives. So romaine lettuce is hadamah. So now the karpas should also be hadamah. Why? Because when you're making the hadamah on the karpas, you're having in mind the maror later on. Now remember, you're not eating the maror now. You're eating the maror later on. Okay, when? After the amotzi. Right? What's the, you do, kadesh urchatz karpas yachatz, magid rochta amotzi matzah, maror. So maror is after hamotzi. So now, how am I going to be into the chovah, the hadamah on the maror after hamotzi? So it's the hadamah that you make on the karpas, you're having in mind later on. So now says the Mishna Berurah, but let's say I don't have maror, I don't have a karpas. I cannot take any type of a maror. Meaning, let's say I only use romaine lettuce, right? Or I follow Rav Benaim. I'm only going to do endives, okay? I cannot come and now take the other one and do a hadamah on it and say, this is my karpas. Well, I'm going to tell you, hey, karpas is celery or potatoes, Ashkenazi. You're going to tell you, yeah, but the Mishna Berurah and Shulchan Aruch says, yerek acher, I could take, if I don't have it, I could use any vegetable. Says the Mishna Berurah, don't take a type of a maror. Why? Because if you're going to take a type of a maror and now say hadamah, how are you going to say alachilat maror later on? You filled up your stomach with maror and now you're going to say alachilat maror later on. So therefore, you have to make sure that it has to be a vegetable which is hadamah, but it cannot be a maror. Okay? Clear? Very good. Another important halakha, remember when you're pointing, you don't point when you're saying the Korban Pesach. Yeah, you don't say that this is for the shank bone. You don't point. However, when you're doing the maror, you do point. Okay, but be careful you don't point your finger to your wife. Right when you're saying maror is there. Yeah, just be careful about that. Fine. Says the halakha.
But here they bring that also. But if you are stuck and that's all you have. You don't have. All you have is maror. So what do? So here they say that you say the beracha, and I remember we saw this Gemara in the Kolel, guys. We saw this Gemara.
We saw it in Israel.
Exactly, in the Kolel. But it says that you do say both berachot.
You say both
and
berachot?
Then when you say on the karpas, you say the adama, and you say the maror, and afterwards you eat the maror only.
Without any beracha.
Without any beracha.
Interesting. So why didn't the Mishna Berurah bring that here?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Who brings it here? Somebody brings it
That's
here?
In the Dirshu. That's in the Dirshu here.
Okay.
It doesn't say really. It doesn't say really. It just says Sham nitbaer she'im ein yerek acher litvol. Sham, what Sham? No, it's just because it has a little 32. Has a little number when you said. Let me see. No, בעיין לקמן, no, the Mishna Berurah says it. בסימן תע"ה.
The Mishna Berurah himself. In תע"ה where?
תע"ה, סעיף ב'. Look at the Shulchan Aruch.
Right, אם אין לו ירקות לטיבול ראשון אל המרור, יברך עליו בטיבול ראשון בורא פרי אדמה, ועל אכילת מרור. You're right. Very weird then. Very weird. It's a Shulchan Aruch Mefurash. Shulchan Aruch Mefurash says it. Okay? So it's very weird why nobody here makes any note of that. No? Okay. The Mishna Berurah himself hinted to it. I didn't finish reading. The Mishna Berurah himself said
בעיין לקמן.
Well, that's what it's written. That means here we're talking about the lechatchila. Lechatchila, do not take one of the types of the maror. But obviously, if you're going to be stuck, look later on. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's later on. They're brought down. Right, next. Mei melach. Right, we're talking about the salt water. Okay, litbol baina karpas vayeret. We're talking about to do tevila of, again, we're dipping. So everybody does the dipping. Yeah, everyone does the dipping of the karpas and the yeret. Im chal b'Shabbat. Okay, this is to do with making mei melach on Shabbat. I don't think we have to do this. This year it doesn't come on Shabbat, so we can skip. Let's go to the next one.
No, I'm not.
Here it is, Mishna Berurah. Okay, fine. So why are we doing it? We're doing it in order for the children to see the different. Sorry, 1 second. Again, we got the.
Mommy's playing it.
Okay, so it says it like this. It says. ששינוי שאוכלים ירקו בטיבול שאין דרך לאוכלם קודם הסעודה בכל יום השנה, וישאלו השינוי הזה שאמרת אגדה מצאתה לאומנה דרך תשובה. So basically like this, the Mishna Berurah here is coming and saying that what are we doing exactly? We're coming and we're doing the tibul. Why are we doing this? Why are we dipping now a vegetable? So he says the reason why we're dipping a vegetable, right, is in order that the children are going to come and they're going to ask the questions. Okay, so that's what it says over here. V'tama davar. Says the Gemara, it's a Gemara in Kuf Yud Daled Amud Bet. The Gemara says, כדי שיהיה heker latinokot. There should be a recognition for the children, and there's a few different rishonim. Rashi and the Rashbam say that the heker is that you're bringing the yerek of the Suda different throughout the year, right? And that's why they're going to start asking, why are you doing that? Right? That we're bringing it at the beginning of the meal. The Ran says the heker is that we're doing two different tibulim. Right? We're doing tibul of the yerek before the Suda, and then the maror after achilat matzah. So that's why they're going to start asking. Okay, fine. So now what happens is as follows. Says the Mishna Berurah, right? Zech lechagiga. We're going to have an egg and meat. Zech lechagiga and zech lekorban Pesach. Zech lechagiga. V'imchal erev Pesach v'Shabbat. Some people say you don't have to take only one. Okay, again, we're not going to do erev Shabbat. We're going to try to skip all those things. V'na'agu b'basar u'beitza. We're going to have a minhag of taking a basar and beitza. וכל שכן היא באה לעשות שני מיני בשר, אחד צלי ואחד מבושל, זכר לפסח וחגיגה ושבת גם היא. All the more so you could take two pieces of meat. You don't have to take an egg. You could take two pieces of meat. One of them roasted, which that's like the Korban Pesach, and one of them cooked, which is like the חגיגה. So זכר לפסח וחגיגה ושבת גם היא. אלא, דאף בביצה יצא בזה, for sure you're going to be יצא חובה בביצה. יש כתוב דמה שבחרו בביאה, so why did they choose an egg? כלומר, באי רחמן על המפרע קטנה. Which means over here something interesting. Here it says, right? He says over here that it's going to be the kolbo. That he says, interesting. What does this mean here? The Bayrachamana lemifra ketana. The HaKadosh who wanted to redeem us. So since he wanted to redeem us, that's why they chose the be'ah. Be'ah is beitza, right? So that's why for the Ashkenazim, whenever they say mesecha beitza, many times they call it mesecha be'ah. Because Bea is an egg in Aramaic. Okay, other people say no, we're doing Zech Lavelut, but I mean, since we can't bring the Korban Pesach, we're doing Avelut. What is Avelut? An egg. That's what always you use for Avelut. Okay, so two different reasons why we use the egg for the Chagiga. Okay, then it says Binyan Shen Tzarich Ledaleg Aleim. You're not going to skip over them. So this is on the Ramah. Okay.
We do two pieces of meat.
No, we do a shank bone and the egg. Hard-boiled egg, yeah. That's what we do. So now it says lemala. What does that mean? Again, remember this is for the Ashkenazim. Some Ashkenazim actually do this. They have the kara that on the top right, and that's another thing that you should know when you're buying ke'arot, pay attention to how you're buying a ke'arah. Somebody just sent me a picture of different ke'arot. Incredible. Why is it incredible? Because people are nowadays are not even paying attention of the different ke'arot of how you're buying them. Let me just check if I can find it quickly. No, it probably sent me through text.
Ultimately, it could just be a flat thing with the little bowls on top, right?
Yes, ultimately. If you don't have any other one, I can't find it now. The picture, Chavad. Okay, I had a picture of the carrot that they're doing nowadays. That they don't even do it anymore, like the way of the Arizal. They're doing it even one, like just like that, like like long. And then you have other like all crazy types. The one of the Arizal is made purposely that way, al pi Kabbalah. It's all Kabbalah. And the one of the Ramah was purposely also done in order that you're not going to be mid-aleg. So therefore, like this, just remember, for Arizal, for us, the top right and top left is always going to be Zroa and Beitza, shank bone and the Beitza. the maror and the chazeret. Chazeret is also romaine lettuce. So the maror and the chazeret are always in the middle. The Ramah is going to have a completely different one. So if you find a different one, it's going to be like the Ramah. But again, technically, even if you did buy one like the Ramah, you just arrange it in whichever way you want. Saying not because it's written Zroa in one place, you have to put it dafta there. Okay, so that's also important. Now it says over here, some people say that you don't have to be makpid for the meat and the egg. If you do have to skip over them because it's not a mitzvah, it's only a zecher balma. And also the maror and the charoset also, because you're not actually skipping it. And look in the Acharonim, the Seder HaKiara according to the Arizal HaKadosh. So again, the Mishna Berurah is bringing down the Arizal HaKadosh Kiara as well, which is right here, these words. And I actually have it here, number 3. I have here, Vehuva B'Kaf HaChaim. B'Kaf HaChaim brings down in Sifut HaNuchet. Fine, next. The Zroa. Why do we have a minhag? If you could take any piece of meat, why do we choose the shank bone, right? This Zroa, the arm bone, right? So it says, because he extended his hand, right, his arm over Mitzrayim. So that's what we take down. But if you don't have Zroa, take any other type of meat, even without a bone. It doesn't have to have a bone. Because but you still need a little bit of meat on the Zroa, because that's me Zechel Korban Pesach. I mean, don't just take a complete bone. No. It's a little bit of bone with a little bit of meat. It has to have a little bit of meat. Okay, now it has to be tzali. Has to be roasted, velo mevushar, but not cooked. This is the Korban Pesach. Remember, Korban Pesach was always a tzli, was always done roasted. Aleph Gechalim. He says even though the Korban Pesach was roasted on a skewer, right? It says it's very difficult to find this. Therefore, it's just enough to make a roasted. And you're already going to be tzechova. The beitza is zechel lechagiga shem tzarich tzli because it doesn't need to be roasted. And the same halacha would be that you could do it roasted according to Ashkenazim, because the chagiga could be either roasted or cooked, right? But again, that's the minhag of the Ashkenazim, litzlot the beitza, to roast it. But again, I already brought you down that no, that we don't roast it. Okay, and then it says over here, v'asur lechol hazroa balayla. You're not allowed to eat a zroa in the nighttime. De'eno ochlin tzli balayla, because you're not allowed to eat tzli on the nighttime. So it says here, v'katav ma'arivel. I'm reading the footnotes of the Ish Matzliach now. Listen carefully. It says, okay, even if there was a minhag to eat tzli, to eat roasted meat, right? You're not supposed to eat the zroa, because the zroa was zechel korban pesach, and it's brought down. Is also brought down. The Pri Chadash also said you shouldn't eat the zroa, but then it's like you're eating kochim outside. However, though from the Sugiyat Gemaran Tzachim, it comes out that even if it was Zechel Pesach, there was no Yisur of eating it, unless it's going to be a Gdi Mekulas, unless it's going to be a kid. And it's brought down to Rav Ovadia. So it's mashma that according to Rav Ovadia, he's not makpid on that. But if I remember correctly, our minhag was also not to eat any type of tzli. You guys remember anything about eating tzli on Pesach?
Just matzah.
I can't hear you. What?
All you eat is matzah.
All you eat is matzah. No, so apparently, if I remember correctly, we don't eat roasted meat. No? So Moisés, let me just unmute him.
No.
No se come rustido, como nada que está... Okay, very good.
Nada que está asado.
Asado, okay, very good. Perfect. Okay, so that's our minhag as well. Very good. Fine. So then it says in the halacha, in the Mishna Berurah again, now the beitza you are allowed to eat it. Okay, anyway, then he's saying that you're not allowed to cook it on the nighttime. Because, for example, let's say a person forgot. You left the zroa in the freezer, right, already from now. You could go to the Grove or anywhere and you could buy the zroa. So I already bought it. So I have it in the freezer. Let's say a person forgets and he says, no, 1 second. I forgot to do it. I could roast it on Yom Tov. You're allowed to cook on Yom Tov. He says, now you're not allowed to do it. Because if you can't eat it on Yom Tov, so then you can't cook it on Yom Tov. So it says here, according to this, you're not allowed to roast the zroa on the nighttime. You have to do it during the daytime. Unless you want to eat it during the day. Right? On the same day, meaning the first day of Pesach. And therefore, if a person forgot and he did do the tzliya b'layla, he has to be very careful to eat it in the morning, on Pesach morning. But if you have in mind not to eat the beitza until the second night, then you're not even allowed to roast the beitza also on the night time as well. אלא מרוד יום, only during the day. Okay? כתב חיי אדם, probably this is, no? חיי אדם, רע עליי המעשה שזורקין הזרוע, והוא ביזוי מצווה. He said some people, they come and they throw out the zroa afterwards. And he says it's a bizayon mitzvah. You just used it as a mitzvah, and now you're going to throw it out. Or mitzvah la'aniach b'yom tov sheni b'boker tov chatzli shetzli b'yom tov v'cholin tov. No, the mitzvah is to put it on the second day in the morning. Right? That means the second morning, after already the 2 nights, you put it inside of the soup or inside of the food, whatever it is, and then they eat it on Yom Tov. Okay? Anything else to add?
Isaac, are you there? Isaac?
Nada.
Nada. Very good. Next. Elu yirakot sheyotzim b'hem yidei chovato. These are the yirakot, the vegetables that you're going to be in Tzechova with for the, we're going to say now, the Maror, even though I don't know why he didn't say it. Elu yirakot sheyotzim b'hem yidei chovato. I thought I could have gone back on the previous, but okay, obviously we're talking about the Maror. Chazeret, ulshin, tamcha. So remember, chazeret is the romaine lettuce. Ulshin is the endives. Correct? I think I'm correct. Tamcha, which that they usually translate as the horseradish. Okay, next page. Charchavina, which is different types of bitter herbs, and maror. V'yotzim ba'alin shem v'krachim. So you could be yotzei chova whether it's going to be with the stalks or the leaves. Aval lo b'shorish, but not with the roots. Elash b'alin, but with the leaves, and yotzin el mekenem lachim, only if it's going to be soft. With krachim, with the stalks, you could be yotzei chova whether they're lach or yavesh. Aval lo kvushim, you cannot have it kavush, pickled. V'lo shlukim, or not cooked. V'lo mevushalim. Okay, so by the way, this is very important to know also, because you're not, some people, they want to kill the bugs. So by killing the bugs, they come and they put the romaine lettuce, they put it in vinegar. Vinegar has a very important, we're going to say characteristics, that it's considered pickling in vinegar even in 18 minutes. You don't need 24 hours. Usually pickling, like kavushkim vushal is 24 hours. If you pickle something for 24 hours, kavushkim vushal, it's like considered cooked. Here, since it's very harif, the vinegar, so therefore in 18 minutes, it comes and it can pickle something. So if you came and you put the vegetables, let's say your romaine lettuce, in vinegar in order to kill the bugs, and you left it there for 18 minutes, you just pickled your romaine lettuce. And by pickling the romaine lettuce, what happens is now you're not going to be in tzechova, because you just pickled it. And you're not going to be in tzechova kavushim or mevushalim. וכולם מצטרפים לכזית, everything is going to be מצטרף לכזית, שהוא השיעור שלהם, that's השיעור. עיקר המצווה is בחזרת. So the עיקר of the mitzvah is romaine lettuce, חזרת. ואם אין לו חזרת, if you don't have חזרת, יחזור אחד לישון. You go after one by one, כפי, according to, הסדר שהם שנויים. The seder, okay, now says the Rama, and that's why, by the way, according to whether it's Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach or all of the Sfaradim also, our minhag was always to use romaine lettuce. So therefore, even though it's a beautiful chazonish, that he wanted to learn that the Bet Yosef was a better Ramshan in the Bet Yosef, and so on and so forth, and that's why Rav Benaim was very adamant to use endives, but technically speaking, it's like a chumra dati le'rikula, because at the end of the day, you're not taking the best in order to do the mitzvah. The mitzvah, the best one to do the mitzvah is romaine lettuce. So obviously you have to clean it well and everything that you want, but, that was the minhag anyway, okay? If you're not going to take one of these vegetables, or you're going to take any other thing which is very, very bitter. Now, the charoset also, you should make it very thick, because it should be zechelatit to the, I know that some people even put brick in it. I know somebody that used to take mamash, like cement, and they used to crush it with the charoset. Right? And afterwards you put a little bit of chometz or yain adom and red wine or vinegar, zecheladam, to remember the blood. So we make a charoset out of the fruits, for example, apples. I remember making it out of apples, tenim, figs, egozim, walnuts, simonim, pomegranates, shkedim, almonds. They put also different spices, for example, cinnamon, cinnamon, zangavil, which is ginger, hadumim letevin, which is compared to the tevin, to the tevin, which was the straw, which they used to make the teeth. So basically, again, this is just different recipes. So Rama's giving you recipes in order for you to know. So Ronnie, if you wanted to know how to make charoset, there you have it over there. right? You're able to learn the charoset over there. You can make it, okay? Even though I remember it being done with manzanas, I remember even bananas, if I remember correctly. But I don't know. Everyone has their own different types of. In Toronto, they always used to use the ones of my great uncle Tito Moset Tameri. They used to make them, and they used to be like hard balls, right? And then afterwards, they used to come and take these hard balls, and they used to mash them up with the wine and all the other things. But everyone makes them in different ways. Some people make it more like a paste. Everyone has their own minhag. What's so funny, Yitzhak? Huh?
Whoever does the cement, don't call me after.
Yeah, please.
Fine. Very good. The cement was a little funny thing of brick. Right? Don't worry. We're not. I'm very good. Okay, fine. So I think we're going to stop here. And tomorrow we're going to go through all the Be'emet, the